Hello dear friends from Boaty McBoatface. As I promised, I'm making a video to explain to you the basics of guild versus guild, to hopefully get you more involved, the more of you more involved in GVG. We start by clicking the guild continent map button, and that will take us to the overview map of guild continent. Here you can see that there are different maps, different eras in which we can fight, from Iron Age to Future. And as we can see, Spectrum is #1 guild in Iron Age, which I'm sure Tosh will find very interesting. Green cells are our sectors, and as you can see, we have 5 sectors in Colonial Age, 9 sectors in Progressive Era, a nice V-shaped 5 sectors in Postmodern Era. This is 2, 4, 6, 10 sectors in Contemporary Era, and some sectors in Tomorrow Era. Other ages don't have their own map, Arctic Age and Oceanic Age, but there's this all ages map in which you can basically fight with any unit that you have, but you really can fight with soldiers against behemoths or something like that. For the purpose of this video, let's go to Contemporary Era, and I will explain the basic options that we now have and something about siege and power. But let's start with the event log button. Here you can see things that have happened in the past 2 or 3 or 4 days, and the last thing that happened was 42 minutes ago, when I placed a siege, when I did the first take of this video, which didn't turn out very good, so I deleted the siege and the video. Second button is guild event log. This is the things that we did in the last 4 days. So for example, the last thing we did was to delete a siege 36 minutes ago, and first thing on this log that we did was to unlock a defense slot, which happened 4 days ago in sector 5942. That's the sector, and we had to fill them all with defenses, because as you can see here, MiG and Spectrum are trying to breach to get to us. Spectrum because they love our dear Tosh, and MiG just hate playing everybody, so why the hell not. Second button is global, and you have global ranking, which is the same as in the main screen, and now you have map ranking. Here you can see all the guilds that have sectors in Contemporary Era, and the first 3 guilds get 15% bonus to the daily power. Daily power is calculated from the sectors that you own. For example, our 10 sectors, as you saw, give us a combined power of 1032, and this sector is 72, this one is 144, 144, 96, and so on and so on. All together they give us 1032 power points, which go directly to leveling of the guild. So if we were the first guild here, then we would be in the 3000 point region, and we would level up much faster. Defenses of the sector. Every sector has 8 defense slots which can be filled, and each of them has 10 bars, which means that every defense, for example here is 8 assault tanks, they have to defeat 10 times to remove this one defense. So altogether you have to defeat 80 defenses to conquer a sector. Now we filled these two that are bordering. Now where the hell was I before my phone rang? Anyhow, to lay a siege we need goods. The more sectors we have, the more goods it costs. So for example, to lay a siege in contemporary era, it would take 155 of every resource in contemporary era, so that's quite a lot. And it gets higher the more sectors you have. Some guilds that have 20 plus sectors are in the thousands. Now, you lay a siege simply by selecting units. You need to select 8 units, click on the place siege button, and the siege is placed. The siege itself then has 10 cells that need to be conquered if they were to delete our siege. So when we attack, they try to delete our siege. When they attack, we try to delete their siege. Then there's the re-sieging, and then it's always good to defend with more members of the guild, because when we break a siege on our sector, one has to stand by with 8 units prepared to place defense again. So then the guild attacking doesn't have 80 battles to win, but 90 or 100 or 110, depending on how many defenses can we replace. And if you calculate that you need to place siege sometimes 3 or 4 times and multiply that by 155, now you will understand why we need goods so much. So please do the observatory of the week, level up your atomium, donate goods to help us fight, and of course start fighting yourselves, because it's really fun. I hope this explained at least the basics of how to lay a siege, how to defend, the outlay of the map and stuff. If you want something else done, I will try. I cannot promise, but I will try to create more videos. Maybe do a strategy video where I can cover strategy for, I don't know, industrial age or modern era or something like that. If you have any questions, message me or message Tosh if I'm not online at the moment. We will answer all your questions, and as Tosh said, we will have some modern era and late Middle Ages era fighting over the next weekend, so feel free to join. We can explain more when the fighting begins. It's definitely easier that way. Thank you for standing by.